What's up guys, little thing before the video start. I'm gonna say a really big thank you to Panic Flips. Fuck, so much noise. A really big thanks to Panic Flip for the shout out, and thank you so much. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more in another video. I'm just really recording this super quickly. So yeah, thank you to him, thank you to everyone joining the channel after his shout out, and also thank you for everybody that followed me before the shout out, people that have been here since day one. Because I said this before, just like thank you to everyone, but I think I never upload the video in which I said that, because maybe the other part of the video weren't the best, so sorry for that. But yeah, just thank you to everybody. Thank you to Panic Flips. Definitely go check him out if you don't know him, even though you probably all know him since he has a lot more subscribers than me. So yeah, but anyway, thank you Panic Flips, thank you to everyone following, and just thank you for everything. And yeah, so let's let you go with the video. What's up guys, Mikebal here with a new video today with in my messy fucking bedroom. Really quick first impression about the Nami clone that I got yesterday, basically. So yeah, let's start with pros, being that this thing is really nice to flip. I really like this flipper. I took off 2 of the weights in the on the bottom of the handles to make it more neutral. Still is a little handle bias, but sorry for the non-816 cable management. I know I'm a really bad whatever and all this shit. Let's fucking switch location. So it's a really cool flipper. Flips really nice. I really like the dimension of this. It's slightly shorter than a Kraken. Oop. But still flips great, and just really nice. More pros, the grip or the texturing, it is really good. Not too as you can say, it's not too soft, but at the same time it's not too rough to be uncomfortable. It is rough enough to give great grip and having a great feeling. The handles are not really rounded, they're pretty squared. They're just rounded on the bottom, but it's pretty squared overall. Maybe it does have a little bit of a roundness across like the face of the handle, but on the side it's basically straight. Also, this thing is a V2, so it comes with Jimpings. Jimpings are alright. I don't really do ladders because I suck at ladders. But I'm trying to get better. I will one day. But they seem pretty deep. They're not really big, but I think they're decently deep, so they should be good. And yeah, really cool flipper. Really love this thing. In my opinion, it is a lot easier to flip than the Chap clone. It's a lot less scary than a Chap clone because it is sharp. I didn't take any of the sharpeners out, just to make sure, saying this first. Besides trying to open a package, but I didn't even like do that much of a thing. But you know, either way, this thing is sharp, but it's not scary because it's not heavy like the Chap clone. Chap clone was like 4.9 and it was crazy sharp, crazy pointy, and scary. This thing is fine, still can cut you definitely, but not as badly as a Chap clone. So that's great. And in my opinion, overall flipping experience, it's a lot more stock, it's a lot more easy to get used to this. So if you're trying to get a new light blade, first light blade, something like this would be better than something like the Chap clone. Then depends of course on like what you're used to flip, what you like to flip, and many other things. But you know, it's a lot more of a stock flipping experience than a more particular like chap clone. Even though the chap clone it's pretty it's a pretty stock too. That's a more heavier flipping experience. Anyways, and those are all the good things I guess on this guy. Cons. Well, that's just a tiny bit of tap, isn't it? And there is a little bit of play. That's actually a pretty decent amount of play. So this thing, it's not really good tolerances wise, and I try to swipe bushing washers to all the possible combination to get decent tap or decent tolerances out of it. And like the by handle is fine, like maybe that's the tiniest bit amount of tap, it is shaking like crazy, but it's fine. But a safe handle, yeah, does have a lot of tap. Now, I'm not a perfect tolerances simp, like I don't really care about perfect tolerances because they're really nice to have a really like solid tolerances by song. It's really cool, and I love to have solid tolerances on a Bali, and I try to get him for the longest time possible. But some tap, it's not the end of the world. Some play, it's not the end of the world for a Bali, as long as it feels solid and as long as it flips great. And this thing, this is a little bit teeny tiny much tap. It still feels great, like still flips great, and that's maybe also because one of the handle only has tap. But you know, that's a little bit too much maybe. So yeah. Now, why does this thing have so much tap in so little time? Like this thing has a lot of tap. This thing has the same amount of tap that my Falcon has, and my Falcon is beaten up. Let me get it for reference. Let's go back to the really nice bedroom. Oh, that's a little spider right here. Is this a rep skill by Spasm Finger? Interesting. Really interesting. Falcon. Oh well. This is a year-old Falcon. I really like this thing. Fuck. And this thing is great. Well, yeah. Either way, this is tap. This is play of a year-old super beaten up Falcon, if you can focus. And this thing has better tolerances than that one, which I have for basically 1 day and a half. So yeah. Now the reason why this thing has so much tap, it's for more reason. First thing, which is not the main reason, but I think it's not the best thing they did for this design, is the widening. The widening on the channel exists, but it's really low, and in my opinion they should have done some more widening towards the top, because on the by side it's fine because the blade's all like thin, because of course you have the actual sharp edge. And for the blade also, I don't like the fact that they put the logo. I already said that, but I think it's pretty stupid. But on the safe side, the widening starts exactly when the chamfering of the spine ends, so you basically have a really like close distance. Like it is really close, so you're gonna have the safe handle touching that, but the most amount of tap you're gonna get it from the tip of the knife hitting the inside of the channel. So yeah, still it's not really the main reason, but could also be a reason why this thing gets a tiny bit of tap. But the main reason why this thing gets the most amount of tap is because of how this thing is built overall. The machining and the quality control of Body Plus for this specific body song, it is really trash. Because I heard of people having decent tolerances, I heard of people having perfect tolerances, I heard of people having the same amount of tolerances, and other that has pretty much worse than this. Which sucks because it's a really great flipper. And now, so I don't know if it's a problem of hardware, because like the bite handle for me, it's not that bad. It is shaky definitely, but it's not as bad as this one, which is, yeah, I can crank down this handle and have no tap, but it can lose so quickly. So there is no clue for me, there is no reason for me to crank it down every 3 seconds because it's fucking annoying. So yeah, oh fuck, okay, all good. So yeah, kind of sloppy, fuck. I'm fine. Yeah, this thing is not really that crazy sharp, as I said. It does look kind of sharp. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It's not the thing we're talking about right now. So the overall problem is pretty much about probably how the channel, like how the construction of this is made. Probably the blade's not. I don't know. Maybe the thickness of the blade or the thickness of the handles, it's different, or maybe. I have no clue. The thing is, body songs are weird sometimes. So yeah, but so yeah, there is this problem, and it's definitely about construction and machining and quality control, which is nothing that you can basically solve. Maybe you can try to Loctite the handle as much as you can with like a shit ton of Loctite or Teflon tape to try to get a decent torsion for a longer amount of time, but I don't think it's gonna be that helpful either way. Which sucks, because this thing is crazy good. It's really nice. Flips really nice. I don't know if they had the same problem with the V1s, because I heard like Jack Pyro making a little review, and it wasn't this bad, I think, or maybe it was, I don't know. But it sucks because it's a really cool flipper in my opinion for the price, without considering that it's a Nami clone, because I don't have the real Tsunami. Will be really cool, but I don't think that it's the right time for that. Not right now, maybe in the future. But so yeah, also something that I noticed is that the blade, it's like not really centered, so I think it's like the actual position of the handles, it's like fucked up, because as you can see there is more part of the blade on the safe side than on the bite side, and the blade is basically like straight, so you don't have that much of a difference. It's not like you have like a curve or anything on the blade, it's like a straight blade, so you should be symmetrical. But I also see it from the handle position that the bite handle, it's a little bit more like straight, cause like in comparison to the blade, and the safe end is a little bit more curved. I don't know if you can see it, but I see it. Maybe I'm just going crazy trying to find an explanation, but yeah. So in conclusion, this thing is great. It's a great flipper. I like this thing a lot. It is not scary to flip, and it is definitely something that in my opinion will be a really good first slide blade. But they really need to solve this problem of they need to step up with the machining control, the quality control, and the machining of the specific knife, because I do have my carbon fiber nut clone from Body Plus, and it's not this bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Tolerances are decent. They're not the best, but it's still pretty good. So So yeah, guys, so I mean, yeah, maybe if the one will make a Nami clone with the standards they're making their new clones, will probably be a ton better for the system, for the bushing system, because they're actually using floating washer systems right now, so it'll be a lot better for tolerances and overall, you know, everything. But the Poly Plus Nami clone, it's really nice, if not for this fucking logo and for the overall machining. But unfortunately, that's unfortunate, because this thing, it's good and I like it, and I really like it. And I think I'm gonna just stick with this bad tolerances and fuck it, just flip it around, because it still is a really good flipper. So yeah, so this is the first impression from the Nami clone. I hope you liked it, and see ya in the next one, I guess. Bye guys.